Have you ever looked at a really high-end product and just wondered, what is it that makes this feel so luxurious? Well, today we're going to go way beyond the price tag. We're going to deconstruct the powerful language that takes a simple object, in this case, a chandelier, and turns it from just a light fixture into this grand idea of luminous opulence.
Okay, so let's kick things off with a question I think a lot of us have asked ourselves at some point. Does your living space just lack that wow factor? You know the feeling, right? The source material we're digging into today totally gets it. This idea that our homes are, functional, but maybe not quite spectacular. And that right there is a brilliant marketing hook. They're setting up a problem that they are just about to solve.
And this leads us right into what the marketing team calls the bland lighting dilemma. It's that classic struggle, right? Trying to find lighting that does more than just light up a room. The whole idea here is that we often end up settling. We pick fixtures that are either too plain or maybe a little too old-fashioned, and we never quite hit that sweet spot, that perfect balance between style and function.
And of course, where there's a problem, there's got to be a solution. But I want you to pay really close attention to the shift that happens right here. We're not just being offered a new light. No. We're being introduced to a luminous statement piece. See, the language is everything. It's not a product anymore. It's being sold as a piece of art, a big idea that's designed to completely transform your space.
I mean, this quote from the source material just says it all, doesn't it? This isn't just a light fixture. It's a statement, an art piece, and a beacon of modern opulence. Wow, that language is doing some serious heavy lifting. It instantly elevates this thing from a simple utility item to this huge aspirational symbol. It's promising a transformation that has almost nothing to do with just, lighting a room.
So the big question is, how do they actually build this idea of modern opulence? How is it constructed? All right, let's break it down and look at the specific design elements they're using to create this whole narrative of luxury. Okay, first up, they really focus on the Smoky Gray Crystal. And this is a very deliberate choice, believe me. It's positioned as the thing that makes it different. So instead of your typical classic and brilliant clear crystal, the smoky version is framed as mysterious, dramatic, and giving a contemporary edge. It's all about creating this softer, more atmospheric glow, a kind of unique mystique. But here's the thing. The crystal isn't working alone. It's all presented as this complete system of 4 key parts working together. So you've got the smoky gray crystal for that modern vibe. Then there's the exquisite gold finish frame for that touch of classic grandeur. You add in the elegant round form for versatility. And finally, the super practical advanced LED technology. The story they're weaving is that these 4 very different parts come together in perfect harmony.
And this gets us to the absolute core design principle they're using here, creating harmony through contrast. I mean, this is the key takeaway. Think about it. They're combining these totally opposing ideas. You've got the modern mystique of the smoky crystal smashed right up against the classic grandeur of the gold frame. It's that intentional clash, that contrast, that creates such a stunning, unified focal point. Of course, it can't all be about looks, right? The marketing here is really clever because it grounds all this luxury in some super practical benefits. That elegant round form, well, it's not just pretty. It's sold as being incredibly versatile. And the advanced LED technology, that promises something we all want. Being bright, energy efficient, and lasting for a long, long time. It's really the perfect blend of the dream and the reality.
Okay, so we've basically taken the chandelier apart, piece by piece. Now, let's see how they put it all back together to build something much, much bigger. The promise of transforming not just your room, but the entire feeling of being at home.
And here it is. This is the core emotional promise they're making, turning a simple room into a refined haven. The whole selling point is that this one object has the power to elevate an everyday space into your own personal sanctuary, a place that feels curated, special, and designed for both comfort and, that touch of sophistication.
And they don't just leave it at that. The source material breaks that promise down into 3 really clear benefits. First, you elevate your home's ambiance. That's for you. Second, you impress your guests. That speaks to our social side, for sure. And third, you get to reflect your refines taste, so it becomes a form of self-expression. See? This isn't just about light anymore. It's about lifestyle.
Okay, this leads us to the final and, you could argue, the most brilliant part of the entire sales pitch. This is where they completely reframe the transaction. It stops being a purchase and becomes a long-term lifestyle choice. They literally call it an investment in elegance. Just listen to this language again. Investing is more than just buying. That one word, investing, that is the masterstroke. It changes everything. You're not spending money anymore. Oh no, you're placing it into an asset, something that promises returns in beauty, in status, and in pure satisfaction for years and years to come.
So what's the ultimate promise? It's this idea of enduring luxury. And that captures the dual appeal perfectly, right? It's modern enough for right now, but it's also timeless enough to last forever. The whole idea is that this piece is going to keep captivating and inspiring you long after you've bought it. It's positioned as a safe, smart investment in elegance.
And all of this leaves us with one final big question. How can a single, well-chosen object completely redefine an entire room? We've just picked apart one example today, but this principle, it applies to so many things. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What are the statement pieces in your own life, and what kind of stories are they telling?